This is going to be another super quick, speedy session. Okay, so we're going to start sitting up for this task. So sit on the end of your mat, knees bent, feet flat down, hands behind the legs, and just take a moment just to take a few breaths, concentrate, reset your mind a little bit, think of expansion in the back body a little bit. We're going to start to round the spine and just going into a half roll back, holding our legs for some support. And then we're going to go ahead and round forward. Lifting the spine tall. And then starting with curling the tail under, rounding the back, leaning halfway back to the mat. And breathing out and bringing ourselves up. And sitting nice and tall. We're going to do one last time, rounding down. If you feel confident to let go, let go. Otherwise, keep walking down your legs. You're going to slowly roll down onto your back. Lying down, rest the head, bring the feet a little closer in. We're going to go into some bridges or some pelvic curls. Spread out the toes. When you're ready, you're going to tilt the pelvis, curl through the spine, roll up. Reach the knees and press into the feet a little bit. And then go ahead and roll back down. And again, breathing out and rolling up, reaching through the knees, press into the heels, and rolling back down. One final time, rolling up. Stay at the top this time and just really think of almost pressing the heels down and slightly dragging the heels back towards your hips to really feel the back of the hip working, your hamstrings working. And then we're going to go ahead and slowly roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back, down to the pelvis. Good, now just enjoy stretch out. So reach your arms and legs out. Really take a big breath in, point, flex the feet. We're going to roll onto our side and do some hip strengthening. So starting lying on your side, arm under the head unless you're injured, bottom knee bent, top knee straight. And I'm going to flex my foot, really reach up through my foot. So my underside slightly lifts up. And then really simple to start with, we're just going to lift and lower. Just that hip, all the time reaching out through the heel, trying to lengthen out. If you want to add a little intensity, think of pressing down with your bottom ankles slightly into the mat too. Now we're going to hold that leg up. Press that bottom ankle down, reach that heel a little bit longer, and we're going to circle, small circles, 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach, reach, reach. Now I'm going to bend that knee, put it on my bottom leg. We're going to do the clam, very simple. If I put my hand on my hip, I'm trying to feel that my pelvis stays put. I'm going to open my top knee and close it down. Doesn't matter how wide your knee opens, that's going to depend a bit on your hip joint, it's individual. Try and keep the pelvis still. You should feel the muscles around the back of the hips starting to work. Good, now if you hold your knee open, press the heels together, just stay here. Little pulses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then rest the leg down. If you lift up your whole knee, a little hover, and then the whole leg is just going to go up a bit and down a bit. Stable pelvis, just moving that one leg. That's it. Now we're going to do last thing, lift it up. Now rotate your knee down, knee tap knee, lift the leg up, heel tap heel. A couple more times, knee tap knee. Heel tap heel. You should start to feel the side of the hip working. Last one. And then rest the leg down. Good. Bring yourself up to sitting. So we're going to sit in a little figure of sort of 90-90, stretch. Now this is a great position for our hip mobility. If it's really uncomfortable for you, you could straighten that leg out like that if your hip bothers you. But it's a good position as long as you don't feel any discomfort. It's great for our hip mobility. We're going to reach your arms out, try and sit up tall, stretch your arm away from you, place it on the mat. We're going to do a twist, think of a bit like a thread the needle. I'm going to take my top arm under as if I'm reaching underneath my arm behind me. And then take it back to the ceiling. And again, so we're twisting, getting some rotation as we reach under. and then bringing the spine back. Good, I'm going to do it one more time. And back. So now I'm going to sit myself up, hold my shin, do a quick side bend the other way, breathe into that rib, have a lovely stretch there. And then I'm going to change ends. So lying down for side two, I'm going to take my underside leg is bent, my top leg is straight, I'm reaching out again, I'm lifting up my side body, and I'm going to lift and lower that top leg. Really simple, but if you can keep your pelvis still and keep the energy reaching out through the heel, you will feel the side of your hip working. Good, two more. I'm going to keep that leg lifted. I'm going to move into some circles 8 times. 1, keep reaching away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, bringing the leg onto my bottom leg. I'm going to hold my pelvis for this one, for the clam, simple clam. As I open, close my top knee, I'm trying to feel that my pelvis stays put. My heels are present together, and I'm working on those muscles in the back of my hip. Good, we're going to hold the knee open, pause, press the heels together, little pulses for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and close. Now I'm going to lift up my whole leg, hover 8 times just up and down. Nice and simple. Quite strong work on your hip, even though it's basic and simple. Good. When we get to enough, we're going to do the last thing, the inward outward. So tap the knee and then tap the heel. Tap the knee and tap the heel. Last one. And then coming down. Good. I'm going to use my hands, setting myself up in this 90-90 hip position. I'm going to lift up my torso, take my arms out. I'm going to reach away, put my hand down. 3 times we're going to do our little thread the needle twist. So I'm going to go under, reach behind me, and then back up. Let your head follow, so you're rotating a little bit in your neck and your spine. Breathing. Should feel quite nice doing some twisting. Good, and then bringing the arms for a little side bend. Okay, we're going to step into a little plank, front support. So you could do this on your elbows if you had any wrist injuries, otherwise come onto your hands and knees. Step out, so a little bit of weight bearing in our arms. Take some breaths, nice and calm. If you need a rest, do short ones. If you're feeling okay, just stay here for a while. I'm going to lift up one little leg, 4 kicks. This is coming from my hip, so I'm not arching my back. I'm trying to be careful to keep my spine the same. And 4 little hip kicks back with the other leg. Good, I'm going to lift my hips up into that up stretch. So I'm just taking a moment to stretch out my hamstrings, my calf muscles, bend my knees a little bit, just have a little stretch. Good, I'm going to walk my hands towards my feet, have a little round over, breathe, and then I'm going to roll myself up to standing. And we're going to finish there. So that was a short, sweet one with a focus on our hip strength.